la. La 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 la. Dee 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 dum 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 dum. Okie dokie. La 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 la. Okay. Oh, excellent connection. Oh, what was happening? Oh, okay, and then that's going da 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 as well. Oh, look at that. There you go. Hello, everybody. Well, I've got a confession. Yeah. That machine that you see probably just down there was in my barn, and because I wasn't using it, so we put it in the barn, and it's got a bit damp and rusty. So what we're going to do is we're going to start sorting it out. Now, that's what you call a hollow chisel. So it's like a square chisel, like that. Inside it has a drill. Another hollow chisel, mortar, and that's what that machine is used for. Now, unfortunately, it's flipping heavy, so I can't lift it on my own. So what I've done is, I've attached a plate onto the ceiling up there. I don't know if you can see it, all the way up there. And I've attached a chain winch to that, which we're going to chain winch that machine down there onto this bench. And hopefully we'll drop it, because that'll be, that'll be a problem, because it could cause a lot of damage. So I've got to try and manipulate that onto this bench so I can work on it. It's not going to happen just in this. So I'm going to do it over the next few streams, I think, because looking at it, it's going to need quite a bit of TLC, so it's usable again. I haven't even tried to see if it still works. It did work, but what basically happened is it got relegated to the barn, just to put it out of the way, basically, because I bought this machine down here. Let's show you. This is a fence tool. Domino dowler in there, and what it is it's a handheld power tool. What it does, creates an oval hole. Yeah, it's not a biscuit joint or anything like that. It creates an oval hole so you can put these things in, what we call dominoes. That's one there. I don't have one there. Oh yeah, that's a long one there. Yeah, it's an oval piece of wood, and you can make what you call loose tenons. Works brilliantly. So I've used it for pretty much everything. Whenever I need to do any jointing, I've used this machine for the kind of work I've been doing. But I thought, well, since I'm doing a bit of everything now, I thought it'd be quite a good idea to have something that could do other jobs as well, and create actual square mortars. So what I've done is I've brought it in on the old sack barrow. It's blooming heavy. I have to tie it on, wrap the rope round, and tie it all up. Because every time you try and move it, it will go sideways and fall on the floor. For which it did once. So hopefully it's okay. But what we're going to do is we're going to, first of all, clean it up. See what else we need to do to it. So it'll be a useful tool again. Somewhere for it to live. Now it's quite a special one actually. There's not many of this type about. And what makes it special is that it doesn't just do 90-degree mortises. It's a compound mortiser, so you can angle it. So you can do angled mortises. I've never used it for that, if I'm honest about it, but there's not many of them about, unless you go into the big machines like the Cedrics and stuff like that. You know, that weighs enough. Which you'll probably see is a weighty one. It probably weighs as much as my thicknesser over there. But it's blooming heavy. It really is heavy. You know, it's all cast iron. But it's extremely, well, not just dirty, it's a bit rusty. So we're going to use this chain winch. We're going to get that onto this bench somehow. Might have to attach the rope and try and guide it a little bit at the same time. Hopefully. See what happens. I'll wrap it around there. What I don't want to do, as this comes up, is take a chunk out of my bench. But I need to get it onto this bench, and then once it's all done and dusted, all hunky-dory again, I'm going to mount it onto another bench, a little table on wheels, basically, so we can then move it back. So we can bring it out when we want to use it and push it out of the way when we want to put it out of the way. But it's an Axminster machine. It's a UK company, but it's probably been made in China or something like that. It's one of those sort of machines. I didn't pay a lot of money for it when I bought it. It was used when I bought it. And I used it a lot. I really did. It's very handy to be able to drill a square hole. That is. Oh, here goes press. Hello, Ginger. Hope you're well. Good morning to you. Oh, it is over you, aren't it? It's afternoon here. And then Susan DeWitt. Hello, how are you? And do Vengeance. I feel like I've been hit by a truck. Oh. Okay. I take it you don't feel very well. Or you've been hit by a truck. And not just sawdust. I just found the energy to go to the workshop for the first time this year. And then here he is again. Well, another coffee. Yeah. I've been in the workshop quite a bit actually this year so far. Well, I don't know what date it is. Is it 6th or 5th or something? 5th or something? I don't know. Something like that. But anyway, I quite like it in here, to be honest. Even if it's a bit chilly. It's quite nice making things and doing stuff. I'm talking about making things. Yesterday I made that phone holder, which I had to stop a little bit early. And, you know, I kind of, not sort of nearly finished. I've got a bit more varnish and stuff to go on there. But that's kind of what it looks like. He's got heart and about the red. How sloppy and stupid is that? Is it pink? Anyway. Put that back on there. Oh no, I've lost my chat again. There you go. Chat's back. So, shall we get that onto the bench with the chain winch? The half-ton chain winch. I think it's strong enough. And what I did this morning, in case you're wondering, that plate that's on the ceiling, that I put on the ceiling there, which you can't see at the moment, like I showed you a moment ago, there's a plate. I put a bolt right through the ceiling, right through the joist. That was a bit on top of the roof here. And putting that bolt on there as well. So, yeah, it's got a 12mm bolt going right through, plus 2 coach screws, the big old coach screws. So it should be enough to hold this. I think it will be. So we've got to pull this. Oh, that's the wrong way! Got to pull that one. Oh no, I've got the wrong one already. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh. I'm going to try and guide this. I don't want to take chunks out of the bed. Definitely easier than lifting it, I think. It's off the ground, just to the side. I haven't pulled the plate off the ceiling. The metal plate I've got on the ceiling came actually from the electricity people there, the EDF people working on the lines. Phil, what they did was they reversed into my driveway. They couldn't get out again, they got stuck. So they had all sorts of metal under their wheels and stuff, hoping to get themselves out of my driveway. The reason why they got stuck is because a few weeks ago, or a couple months ago actually, the water authority put a ditch right through, a trench to put a water pipe in. So the ground's a bit soft. Their big old van with the cherry picker on it got stuck. So I came to the rescue. I did when I got back. I saw them there. They were still there, there for an hour. Couldn't get out of the driveway. So I'd got my four-wheel drive and pulled, this next trail and it's SUV, I suppose, and pulled them out. So they got home to have some tea with the missus. So they were quite happy, but it took me reverse in my driveway anyway. Naughty people, chewing up my driveway. That's coming up. Probably gonna take me two, maybe 3 live streams to get this sorted out. What's going on there is, oh, it's getting stuck. Oh no, down you go a bit. Oh, that's it, it's off. Oh, now you got stuck then. It's off. Really don't want to take lumps out of my bench. Oh, what happened there? Just went down suddenly. But if this dropped, I put a hole in the floor. It's just a chain falling into place. Hooked up again. Hooked up again. There we go again. Pull that out. Hence this bit of rope here. Oh, why is it stuck? Hooked up. Whoa, there. we go. I've got to try and run, jump out the way. I think it's going to be alright though. Looks okay. I'll see him then falling down, so that's a good sign. Come here, you. Okay. Wrong way. Wrong way. Wrong way. Turn it away. Yay! It was a success. I got it on. Can't be bad, but that is it. That is the hollow chisel morticer. That's been relegated to my barn. I had it off the ground, I had it on a bit of plastic, so, but still, it's so damp in there, it's just got so damaged. This was not all pitted and rusty like I put in there, so I feel very stupid for doing that. So, yeah, hopefully the Morticer runs. I think it probably does. It hasn't had rain going on or anything stupid like that. Unless the rats have been peeing on. There might have been rats peeing on, that's what's been happening. So yeah. So the idea being is you've got this carriage here. This carriage, it moves backwards and forwards. And then you can then come down with your chisel. Hopefully it moves. Oh, that looks very good. There you go, see. And you come down and you can drill your holes. Got stiff. Oh, yeah. Basically, the drill bit in the middle takes out the majority material, and then the chisel sort of cleans off the edges. The cut makes it into a square, and that's what a whole chisel morticer is. There you go. But all the grease, everything about it is just nasty now. It's just all the grease has gone really hard, and it's in a bit of a sad state. So I think now what we do is release it, release the Kraken, release the Kraken. We can release the chain winch now. Right. There you go. I've had a chain winch for a while. Actually, when I bought that, we bought that when we did a lock conversion in Rupert Street in Norwich, and it's got 3 levels, and we had to get these RSJs, the USB beams basically, bits of big lumps of steel, into the roof, and we couldn't get a crane in there because the room it was all pedestrianised, so we had to get permits and all that sort of stuff. You can mention delays and cost, all that sort of stuff. It's just a bit of a pain in the neck. So what I've done, because we had to scaffold it anyway, I created like a ladder with a scaffolding, and so we positioned the RSJs laying against what effectively looked like a ladder of scaffolding, and we had the when we picked the steels up at Great Yarmouth Steel, they punched holes in the ends of the beams for us, and we used this chain winch to get those bits of steel up into the loft. And as it came up like that, all of a sudden it got the balance point, and then just flopped quite slowly and gracefully into the loft space, because we created a hole in the roof basically with the door mills going in. And then it became all hunky-dory. It worked anyway. So yeah, it's all stiff and nasty. So I can now put this, or position this, so I can work on it. And I'll bring the camera a bit closer as well. Let's move the camera. And this is a Axminster morticer. And it's a good machine, or was. It's not that great now. And it's quite an unusual one, because if I show you on the back here, we'll put one in there. It's heavy! On the back here, there's a little locking mechanism here you can pull out, and then you can set the angle of the whole head, straight one way or the other, so you can do that angle of morticers. Yeah. Move that back right camera around a bit more. La 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 la. There. Yeah, so you do angle, what we call compound. So it's a good machine, but it's in a bit of a shit state, isn't it? And I've got a bush here. What's that to do with? think that's to do with the that's to do with the mortar bits. So that'll be for the bigger ones. So if I find that bush probably goes for that one. It is. So anyway, I've got wide on the side here, so don't lose it. That was a good idea. So, yeah, it's covered in mud, isn't it? So we'll clean it off for the airline first, and see what we can do. And it's going to be a bit of dismantling and pulling it apart as well. I'm not going to try and make it look pretty. I want to make it so I can use it. Like I said before, it's all about function. There's a couple of problems with it. Remember rightly, yeah, there it is. There should be a knob on there, like one of these plastic knobs on here. And this one does the other angle, so the compound angle. So you can basically do a mortar, it's a square hole in any direction. It's clever stuff, really. It's very simple. And here, this, if I remember rightly, there is a stop here, which does. Oh, a bit missing. There should be a stop on here, which might be in the barn. And it's got an auto lock mechanism. It's quite simple. You basically release that, and then you can pull this thing back. But it's all rusted in there. That should pull out, but it's not. And this should just lock it off, but it's not doing anything. It's moving, so it's not too seized. But that should slide in and out. It's not. So it's a bit of an issue. So as you can see, it's in a bit of a shitty state. That is. So anyway, I've got my coffee getting cold over here. I've got another one here as well. My heated cup, and I've got some tonic water and looks like urine and energy drink there. Keep me going. Just done a video for the other channel as well, so that'll be going on later. I'm trying to get a video done a day, but like I said before, I'm not going to go absolutely crazy like I have done in the past because it was driving me insane. Oh, show that one. So I just found the energy to go into the workshop. It says not just sawdust. And Duke Vengeance says he feels like he's been hit by a truck. I've decided it is a really good day to have a migraine. Oh dear. So I'm listening while I read my book. Is it the Harry and Meghan book? Have you got one from Spain? No, you got the Harry book about his the Red Mist and all that. Prince Harry. Oh dear, the old poop is hitting the fan there, isn't it? It's quite clever what he's done though. He's back in this book. Apparently, he's admitted to basically anything that admitted to anything that could be used as ammunition against him, whether it be drug use, all sorts of stuff. I might have. It's apparently going to be an Audible, so I might have to listen to that one while I'm working in the office. I'm not big on the royal family, but I have to admit, this sort of thing makes me tickle. It's about time somebody disrupts them a little bit. A lot. Ginger says, your workshop is starting to look like a torture chamber. That is. With its chains and stuff. Yeah. Sometimes it is torture when I trap my fingers and stuff. Or cut myself. That is, yeah, that hurts. And that is torture. Hello, Bernard. Hope you're well. Thanks for your message on Twitter and that regarding that electrical geezer. I was watching last night actually. I didn't watch it all though because I was asleep. Not because he was boring, because he wasn't. Far from it. I'm absolutely shattered. But that's me. That's it. Lefty Boater! Afternoon, folks. It's Lefty Boater. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Right. Should we do it? First of all, I'll get my coffee out of the way because it's covered in shit. Stuff. Nasty stuff. Because it's come out the barn. So this nasty stuff is probably going to be a mixture of mouse poo, rat poo, and other types of poo. And muck. And dirt. Yeah. Yeah, not pleasant. So, yeah. Anyway. But before we do, I think it'd be a good idea if I just make sure the thing will work. It'll start. The buttons do put, yeah, the buttons are working. And it's synced up. So hopefully nothing goes bang. Always hit me a bit nervous. Right. Now, is that going to turn? That's the other thing. I'll see you in a minute. Hey, there! Running! Won't be too much. At least I know it's working. So it does turn on. You can actually just put a chuck. I think I still got it actually. There's a chuck you can actually fit in there as well. You can use it as a drill, like a pillar drill. But I've got a pillar drill, so it would be a very convenient pillar drill anyway. But you can use it as well. First of all, let's put the air filter on. I've already put a mask on, I need to talk. But there you go. But that's that. Ugh. It's not blowing up anything. It's not blowing away very easily anyway, because it'll get grimy. Do is break it down into elements. So at the moment I'm looking at it, we've got this portion at the back here, this head unit ready to do coming off. Now I'll put that to one side. The carriage needs to ready to remove from its base, and then we can look at how much more we can break it down into elements. I was looking at it, everything needs cleaning up. Everything needs re-greasing anyway, so all the old grease needs to be removed. This mechanism here needs to be sorted out, that's not right. So where should we start? Let's reduce some of its weight first. So that can come off in a minute, because that's going to get in the way. I don't feel very good, does it? It's stiff. Right, that's not very good. That's supposed to go in, spring in nice and easy, but it's not. So it's a bit floppy. Oh, man. That is really stiff. Now I'm looking at this, and it looks like that will actually slide straight off, providing I remove the bolt in the back here. So I'm going to do that first. There's a nut here. I've got the spanners. I'm not going to go try and clean it too much, though. I need to be able to take it apart to clean it. Not that one. It's that one. Ah! Oh! Hey. Oh dear! These things we do. Say we. My own fault. I should have looked after it. I should have wrapped it up. Great. Oh, that's popped off there. So the pressure of the... Oh, I bought that. Ah! I actually put this on there. This is a new arm on the back here. Ah, get it off here. Which is supposed to create the lift. But it's not doing it very well because... the grease is so stiff. Let's pop that wash off there. Yeah, because that is definitely one I bought. Ah, got to pop that off. That's it. That's off. And that is literally an arm for a hatchback. Someone should pop off there. Get that off. So that's the arm. And all that is it's a gas-filled gas strut. Yeah, that comes from oh, in Marche, that did. It's that bit there. Oh, hang on, there goes a nut. Now it's just going down now, like I say. I should. I'll unplug that. God, it's so grimy. Right. Hoping I'm going to be able to release it, but I literally keep going up and up and up and up and up until it comes off. And then I can lift it off. Off. Ah! God, I bet it is stiff. God, it's getting tighter. Why is that getting tighter? Oh, and look at it. Oh, why doesn't that one go up? It's a stop. Ah, what's that? Aha! Might have to release this part here as well. Seen something. Seen before. Nope, not that one. That must be 7 and 19. 17. 16. That's coming off. My little magnetic tray. I'll put the bits and pieces in there. Let's keep them all together if you can. The only thing is, when you take things apart, you've got to put it back together again, haven't you? And you've got to remember how it all goes. You know, I might take some pictures if I get any bits that aren't obvious. So let's move that out of the way. And as I break this down, it's going to obviously become lighter, because at the moment it's flipping heavy. It's not, you know, it's not a huge machine, but it's very, very heavy. All cast iron. So even though it's an Axminster one, so it's not like a Sedgwick or anything, it's still quite substantial in its construction. So to make sure I don't lose any bits, the bits that I release, I'm going to make sure I put all the nuts back into place, even though they're going to be cleaned up later. There. I want to keep it all together. So that's going to go on there. That goes for that. So put that back. Oh, you probably can't see. It's going to go back onto there like so. Right, so that's you create your step, your stops regarding the depth of your mortise. So we'll put that to one side. I'll put it there. Put that over there. That's a good idea. Move that camera a little bit further back. You can see it better. Unless you need to see all the ceiling, do you? Yeah. La 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 la. Right, so now will it go up, or is it still stiff? No, it's still stiff. It might be to do with the we have these sets on the side here, and they're probably tight. It's probably that here. There's like some set screws in here, and they probably need releasing. Release the set screws. Is it that one? Nope. Is it that one? Nope. Is it that one? That's quite. That'd be that one, wouldn't it? Yes, it is. So release that one. Oh, that's bent, that is. So there might be a few bits and pieces I want to replace. Once that is released, that should just go straight up, but it's not going to though, is it? Oh, hang on. That moves. Oh, I don't think it's supposed to. What we've got on the side here, spin straight up and see. There's two little screws there. There's like a set screw there and a set screw. What that does, there's a plate which you won't be able to see. You'll still be able to take it off, but there's a plate, and these press against this plate, and it's about the accuracy. Because the thing about a morticer is every time you try and make a cut, especially with the bigger chisels, like that one here I showed a minute ago earlier, yeah, bigger chisel. It's 3/4, 20 mil. It's into oak. There's a lot of pressure. So that head is trying to push outwards like so. So what you have all these adjustments, so you can actually tighten all the motions up so they're not so well floppy like me. Yeah, you know, floppy motions. It's no good at all. I was listening to James O'Brien this morning on LBC. Oh dear. That was quite a good show this morning. That was all, but mainly about Harry Big. I'm no right, that I'm not. Didn't used to care, to be honest, one way or the other. But since all these revelations recently, I'm very disappointed in them. They've been very naughty. So I'll release that there. That should take the pressure off that plate. Now release this one here. It is tight. That's tightish. I should hopefully take the pressure off that plate. And I think, if I remember rightly, there's an Allen screw centre to these. There is. So I can release that. And I can release that. Oh, there you go. And that's it. Just move down as I do that. That's gone slack. So that was the problem. So I bet you now, if I go up, I'll be able to push up and up and up and up and up until we can actually get the head off. Yes, let's do it now. So it's that adjustment plate. So as I bring this up, this plate that's in there, it might fall out. So I've got to be a bit careful of that. So make sure that the cable's okay. And actually, that I can actually hold, even though it's only one part of the machine, it's still going to be fairly heavy. It might be an idea if we pull my trousers up. That'd be an idea, wouldn't it? You don't want to see that, do you? Right, bring it round again. It's so heavy. Oh, there you go. Okay, it should come off. Bloody hell, that is heavy. Oh, let me hit the microphone. I'll just spin it around, isn't it? There you go. Oh. There you go. Sorry about that. You know, I could have done. I could use that chain winch, couldn't I? It's not that heavy, but I think I'm in the wrong position. So I'm just going to grab. Don't slide down. Bed step, get high. I'm not in a very good position to lift that off, so once I'm higher, I'm going up. Oh, come back, you. Okay. Right, they're coming off. They want to come off now. Some twist knot, maybe. That one. Right with the tip of the microphone. Okay, that ain't right. Let's move this a little bit out of the microphone. Definitely got to come off. Right. Right. Should just pull straight off now. Should. But it's not. Okay. I ought to do. I'll remove that chisel I'm doing this, don't I? Suddenly goes down. Let's take that one. La 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 la. Have I got the... Oh, make me all breathless, so why? That's the right one. I think so. Yep, that's done. There's a chuck in there, so I'm going to remove the drill bit. And then I'm going to remove the hollow chisel. It should be a, remember rightly, yeah, there's a Allen key to release on that side. So I'm going to remove that. This should come out. There should be a bush in there, but I'll just move it anyway. I was a bit worried that all of a sudden it got to slide down and bust a bit. Because I don't want to buy new ones just yet. I might have to if they don't actually you know, repair is that the right word? You know, sharpen up. Might not sharpen up, but a bit pitted. So I might have to go up top there. I'm gonna go up. I am. I'm going. I thought it would go. Hang on. Need that. Put that in that dish. Won't lose that. So hopefully I'll be able to pull it off there. And get it back on the ground. Get it onto the ground. Might well take its top off. Everything's so oily. It's not that cold anyways. I'm removing the top. Woohoo! Oh, it's like... Oh, what is it, Alex? Hot chocolate. Oh, that's interesting. I've got a funny feeling that it's got a stop in... Oh, hang on, there's a bolt. Where's that bolt? There's a bolt in the back here. It's sitting in the back. I don't know where that's from. Right. I'll get it. Hold this. Right, this don't make any sense. It should come straight off. But it's not. Well, they're like bronze bushes on the back here. That adjustable bush. Right, so why isn't that going up? Why isn't it going up? It clearly should. That. Oh, because it's not even on that. Is it in the stop there? No. That's in the stop. No. Oh well, I don't know what's going on here. Let's straight off. Let's not. Oh, I see. It's that the bolt. What's that bolt that's sitting in there? That bolt, this nut or Allen bolt, that one there, was actually jamming up in here and sort of pulling it off. Oh, that's off. Yeah. The grimy is that? Nasty. Put that over here. That is off. And we've got a plate here. Now that's like a friction plate. And that's what sits up against the side of that. One way or the other. It's that way. Or that way. That way. No, that way like that. That puts pressure on the side of it. Everything is, the grease has gone so thick and horrible. Nothing's running smoothly. It's old, basically. Greasy fingers now. Oh, there. La 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 la. Who's Zebediah Thomas? I don't know about you, Marcus, he says, but I'm bloody totally chiselled off these days. I'm not surprised, I'm sure most people are pretty chiselled off these days. Oh, you're talking about, yeah, because Axminster, I don't think they export to the EU anymore, do they? They're only a Chinese brand, they stick their name on them, basically. And I've got a few other Axminster stuff around here. Goes through there. Not bad tools, you know, they're pretty good. Sort of a generic pattern, you know. Typical Chinese, you know, copy stuff. Right, so that's the first bit off. Right, so I can take this back bit off here, which is, yeah, that'll probably come off quite easily. So the more I take off, the easier it is going to be to make it decent. So, oh no, not that side. It's a 19. Oh, it's 18. Oh, okay. 18 or was that? Well, it might be 17. That's 17. Yeah, 17. So remove that. Basically reducing the weight and making the whole thing easier to work with. And also, so you can access all the nasties, all the stuff that's covered in grime. And I can attack with a wire wheel on the bench grinder over there and make these. You know, I might even give some bits a paint up, or I might just clean them up. I don't know yet. Okay. You know, if you look at my see the state of this. This is probably not as bad condition as you've seen the machine before, as my scroll saw down there. And that machine I completely pulled to pieces, painted it all up, and lacquered it all, and done what I had to do to make it decent and usable again. And I use that all, yeah, as you know, a lot. So why is that not on the? I'm looking at the wrong thing as well. What is silly me? Oh, there. I've got two screens up and looking at the wrong one. Oh my god, what's that? That's it. Yeah. Apparently in this book, Harry's book, he talks about how he lost his virginity to an older woman, he did. Yeah. For God's sake. Oh. Well, they're all out there. The thing is, what he's done is he's in this book. Apparently, what he's done is he's aired everything. Anything that can be used as an attack against him, he's aired. Now that's quite clever, because you know what the media's like. You know, the Murdoch media, that 97% of the media. Where's your block and tackle? Oh, drop your trousers. My block and tackle is up there on the ceiling, actually. That's what I got on the bench. If you saw the beginning of the video, you'd have seen me do that. Bring that down. There you go. La 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 la. Read the comments. I'm reading them. It's got very greasy hands though. Centric nuts and bolts. Oh, they are. The famous art of the Chinese reverse engineering. Yeah, start off with the Japs, isn't it? The Japanese with motorbikes and stuff, and the car industry. Oh, there you go. Yeah, they came over, didn't they, and copied British Lane's. I don't know why, but British Lane's factory. So it's like one of the early robots and stuff, and car manufacturing. And then they went all downhill from there. Tories hate the God-given arrogance of British engineers. Some of the British engineers are fantastic, you know. The things have built or designed. Oh, hang on, that's snapped off. I think this bolt has actually snapped. I don't know where it's snapped off from, but that's a snapped off bolt. So there might be a case of replacing that one. I imagine it is. I don't even know where it goes yet. Anyway, let's remove these, because I can then remove this pillar or column. And it all reduces the weight. That's what I like. That's what I need. I need someone to reduce my weight. Dee, 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 dee. Oh, la 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 la. Oh, they're coming out. Everything seems to be coming undone quite easily, to be fair. All this stuff is all going to go to the Y wheel and then soaked in oil. Yeah, got the oil. All gets so dirty. Oh, it's so dirty. So now, yeah, that can come off there. So I'll lay that over here. And some of these bits I'll take it over to the pressure washer and then clean it up on with the pressure washer. Get rid of all that thick grime. I think it'll be like quick and easier, and it'll get it won't be in here, which is obviously a good idea. Even that's got grease in between. So when they put that plate on, they've actually greased it before they put it on. But the grease is so old. Now this mechanism on the back here, if I spin it around, that it should be able to rotate on here. So you release it on here, on this little pull-out pin, to twist it around so it stays out, and then you should be able to rotate it. But that is doesn't want to move. Yeah, doesn't want to move. You do have another Allen key that might be locked off. No, it's not big enough. Oh, that one might be. Whether it's strong enough. Oh, it's strong enough. So that one locks it off there, and it should. But yeah, oh, it does work still. Yeah, that's moving. Like I say, everything needs freeing up. Everything's stiff. Lots of fresh grease, just universal grease is all it needs, just to keep you lubricated up. But to start with, we do need to get rid of all this nastiness. So all got to go. Right, now, on the dovetail slides on the back of that pillar, we managed to remove the head, but also remove the carriage, which is also mounted on these dovetail slides on the bottom here. Cross here. One there, one there. So, everything needs a lot of TLC. So that needs to be gone. That's really stiff. Yes, that's got freer than that. Because what you do is actually move it along, and you set your stops here. There is all there. You set your stops here, and you can set the distance between, from its maximum travel to its minimum travel. But all these bits here, like all these rusty surfaces, they all need to be removed, cleaned up, and oiled and what have you. This top actually is a sacrificial anyway, but it's actually okay. I'm not going to replacing that, I think. This needs to be removed. And is that Aaron? Or was that nuts? Nuts or hazelnuts? Ooh, something like that. Right, let's see if we can remove those. Not that one. I think probably 14s, that's 15. I think it's 14. La 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 la. 13? I think it's 13. No, 14. No, wait. So then we can take that apart Yeah. What I'll probably do, I'll do the pressure washing outside. Obviously, I'm not going to pressure wash the motor. That'd be a stupid thing to do. And obviously, if I do use pressure wash, I'm going to have to make sure everything gets completely dry. Obviously, it's going to carry on rusting. Because obviously, there's a lot of nooks and crannies. But being taken apart, it's you know, it's an opportunity to do it properly, isn't it? Within reason. Like I say, I'm not after making it look like a new machine. I want to make it usable. I need to be able to use it, so it's not covered in rust. You know, machines that are covered in rust, all they do is they leave rusty deposits on your workpiece. And if you work with oak like I do, you end up with black dots on everything, where it creates reacts with the tannins in the wood, which isn't very helpful. So that's off. Now this mechanism here, the lever on the side here, that affects this what would you call that, yoke maybe, I don't know, and it clamps the side of this pole. So what I need to do, I need to remove this out of there so I can polish and clean this right up again. It's never going to be shiny because not unless I get it re-chromed, but it's at least I can stop it from, wax it up and clean it up properly. At least it won't carry on rusting as it is. Like I say, it's about being usable again. At least that moves still. Alright, so far so good. What's my coffee? La 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 la. I did read the comments, Ebediah. Chinese crap bolts, see? Whitworth replacement. Boyle Whitworth. Oh, Whitworth. I'm happy with M's. Metric for me. Everything else I'll try and keep it metric anyway. Although I do have a load of Imperial spanners and other stuff, and Whitworth. Yeah, so that's supposed to stop there. And then they're stuck on the other side. But all these hands, everything's just really stiff. It's not supposed to be like that. No. Right, so I want to remove the carriage off this heavy old base. Now I'm looking at it here. To do that, that goes that way. I should, hopefully, will it come straight off or is it going to have a stop? No, it's got a stop. So where's the stop? Bit behind that handle, isn't it? Where is the stop? What's the thing that stopped me removing that? So it's a bit like a vice arrangement, really. Let this thread go through there, making it back and forth like the jaws of a vice. Yeah, I don't know. What I do know is it's a mess. So put that there. Okay. That goes on there like that. Something on that side. Oh, I see, it's up there. Got a funny feeling it's got something to do with these two, this plate here. Just behind this handle. Oh, I see, it pushes against the handle. That's not very helpful. So, how would I do that? Ah, I think it might have to go the other way. So wind it until the bolt, so stop on there, the bolt comes out from the carriage. Oh my god! I'm dead. Oh, we're nearly there yet. So let's clean off the threads at the same time. But then I might have to remove these bolts here. These Allen bolts, remove that. So then that'll slide off. So that has to be my next job, I think. I'll have to nip next door and get a heavier. Oh, hell, that might do it. No, wrong side. Oh no, I'm going to just nip next door and get another my Allen keys. 2 seconds. I'll be back. La la la. I'm back. Right, hopefully one of them will fit. Probably gonna be that one. Yes, it is. I have to admit, all the nuts and bolts are actually releasing quite easily. So I'm removing this mechanism on the back here. So I think it's stopping that mechanism sliding off the dovetail. It's like a dovetail slide, from what I can see. So, that'll be one out. Ba-da-ba-ba-bum, reminds me of sorting out my projector the other day. If you remember, we a few days ago, I replaced the slides on my projector table, which allowed the table to open and close. I fixed that, got all in there working, hunky dory. So that was good. But I also brought the projector. I took one look at the projector. I thought, oh my god, that was full of dog hair. So I brought it in there and started taking the whole thing apart. I was a bit concerned about it. You take things apart. Am I going to break like a electrical ribbon or something like that? And then it never works again. But no, that was all hunky dory, and it's a lot better for it. Because all the filters, the fans were just like this, all gunked up. And had got dog hair stuck to them, all that sort of stuff, you know. Things have got dogs. So that was quite good to get that cleaned up, really. You know, it's the only thing we've got animals. It's you clean up the best that you can, but sometimes it's just impossible. The hairy little buggers, you know. I was thinking about shaving them. Having bulldogs. Is there a bulldog breed? A bulldog. No, there's a bulldog breed. But what a bull's a dog breed. A dog that has no fur. You get like Siamese cats. They're ugly, though, aren't they? Yeah. I quite understand why anyone would want one of them things for. They look a bit cuddly. Right. One more to go. So so far, I'm quite pleased in that. Obviously, the motor works. Thank God for that. And that everything seems to be coming apart quite nicely. Where I'm going to keep the machine, I don't really know. Now, over there is a bandsaw. I've got another bandsaw over there, which I tend to use quite a bit, but I haven't used that one hardly at all. Got two. Both of them have got a different blade in. They're the same size, actually. Bandsaw. Yeah, I think it was a bit smaller. But they have different blades in. I have one with a wide blade and one with a narrow blade in. But I'm always using one with a narrow blade, so I might mount this onto a bench and keep it over there. I don't know yet. We'll see. Let's see. But I want this in this workshop because I think it's a machine now. I'm doing a lot of all the videos and stuff like that for the YouTube. I think I'll use this machine a lot more than I have done in the past. In the past, I used it for doing window frames and door frames and stuff like that. Not window frames so much, but more door frames. Making big old mortisers. So the thing with the machine, you can do you can use a chisel. You've got this to do one square hole. You can create a big overhole, a big rectangular mortisers. Right, off it comes. Oh, yeah, got it. That's off. Excellent. Oh, everything seems to be working out just nicely, and nothing is as bad as I was expecting. I was expecting everything to be completely seized up, but at least it's not seized, which is a good sign. That's working as well, that's good. Everything will work a lot better, obviously, once it's all been cleaned up and re-greased. But first of all, I've got to degrease. So let's put that one over there. Oh my giddy aunt, this thing is heavy. I wonder if it's a chain winch. I did try and lift it up there on my own, because I have done in the past. So, when it was on the old bench, I managed to lift that on my Todd. So, I must be a lot weaker. Or I've come to my senses, in the sense that it's a stupid thing to do. Could be that. Don't know. I do have a thing. Why make things hard? That's the thing, isn't it? If you've got a chain winch, why not use it? Oh, so stiff. Oh, it's so stiff. Oh, dear. Oh. Undo. Blimey. Oh, that's it. That's it. So it should slide off now. The carriage should slide off. Blimey. It's the same situation where we had the plate on the side of the dovetail. it's all about having adjustment. As a thing machine wears, you must be able to tighten it up to a level so you reduce your you reduce your movement, because any movement will end up in the bit. So within this drill bit. So as it comes down, it'll go one way or the other. And obviously, they won't be very accurate square holes, will they? Especially when you're dealing with things like oak and those sort of timbers. I think the last time I actually used this was when I did our hearth for our fireplace. They made an oak like fire surround thing for the floor, for the round hearth. We mortised it all and bought 4 corners. I created these little posts and the corners and stuff. Not very good. So yeah, I think that's the last time I used it. Will this slide out? Might have to do this them again. Loose them. Yeah, I think so. What was it? La 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 la. Releasing these adjustments on the side here. There's even a locking. Oh, look, this undone. That's good. There's a locking mechanism on the side here as well. It's like a pull-out lever type thing, so you can trap it against the actual sides of the dovetails. So I think I might pull these right out, these things. So see, I'll clean this all up. They're all going to be cleaned up properly anyway. Let's try and move that. Slide that off there. Yeah, easy said and done. 1, 2. Ow, that's another stop. Well, I'm no weakling, to be frank. I'm definitely no weakling. But this flipping thing is heavy. My trousers keep falling down. That's not a good sign, is it? You will see that. Oh, what's going on there? That goes on there like so. That is definitely out of that. So it should just slide straight off. Yeah. It's probably just the sheer weight of it. It's onto there, yeah, I'll get that. Right, what about rubber man? That's it. If in doubt, give it a clout. Yeah, that's moving. So what, dead blow might be better. No, dead blow. Not dead pull, dead blow. Yeah, it's moving. Hopefully. Everything will get easier once it's all been cleaned up. At the moment, we've got like rust on rust. God, I can't seem to get rid of this hoarseness. Since I had that cold, I'm really hoarse. I'll get shot of it. I've changed, not COVID. I have to admit, everyone around this way are wearing masks now. You go to supermarkets and stuff. So, yeah, good on them. It will come off. Coming. Yeah, it's getting looser. You didn't say that, did you? I just knocked my blooming magnetic dish on the floor. Oh, it's going. Slowly, but surely. Who should? Why not just use weight to my advantage? hang on, that's not to let it off. Ah! Oh, that's not helpful. I'm going to remove that. That's why it ain't coming off. There is a stop. That's funny size, that's 12. Because that's a 13, that's 12. In. La. Is that 11? Yeah, 11. I need 12. Then. Dun dun dun. 11, 10. Oh. Yeah, 12. Yep. For me, all these nuts look fairly loose. They all seem fairly loose to me. And now it should come off. But that is a stop. Alright. Grab my dish and my hat's thrown everything onto the floor. Dum 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 dum. Oh, look, Jasper! Did I see Jasper? No, I didn't see Jasper. Who did I see? La 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 la. Oh, here we go. Bernard says, just got to the part in my book where it tells me how to spot a liar. After having Boris's PM, I don't think I need to read this section. No, skip that one, buddy. Quite a few hairless dog breeds. Oh, is there? Oh. What's her name? Well, Wally ain't too bad, but Sebastian, he loses quite a bit. Glory does as well. There you go. That's right. Same difference there. We have one of these little plates that basically puts pressure on the dovetail. Everything's dry. Right. So we have this very simple arrangement here for the bottom plate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this, I think, this handle, because otherwise it's likely to get broken. I obviously don't want that to happen. I think this is like a little grub screw in here. Ooh, not that one. Right. What size? Is that one? No, is it that one? No, what's bigger than you think? That one then? That's too big. Right, so it's not that one, it's not that one. I thought that one's really loose. No, it's really loose. I've got the grub screw, removing the grub screw. So remove the grub screw. That's what I'm doing. So I should be able to remove this now. This whole threaded thing. Even though it's not moving. It should come out. This is another grub screw. Put that in there. This is another grub screw. Nope, that's come out. Right. So that's the thread, and that allows the carriage to to and fro. And there's a bush here with so everything is just grimy. Then I've got this plate here, this base, which is now a darn sight lighter. What I'll do with that is I'll probably take it outside and attack that with a pressure washer first, dry it off, and then run the wire wheel over it in places where I need to clean it all up, get all the rust off it. And I'm not going re-machining it or anything like that, because I don't have the means to do dovetail machining anyway, and I don't have a mill. So that's very helpful either, is it? No. Right, so the big hunk of steel, and that's its base. So that bit I can put to one side. I'll move this now over there, I think, because that's going to go outside. It should be pressure washed. I know it seems a bit mad pressure washing bits of metal, because you're at risk of making things worse. But it's so bad. Everything is just so bad. But if anything loose, like these screws, anything like this, we need to remove them. Because if we don't, we risk the pressure washer vibrating them and what have you, and end up getting lost. So I'm going to remove everything I possibly can. One reason, obviously, so you can get to everything. And then I can clean everything up, and if I want to paint it, I can. Off it comes. Right. So the bit that does get used quite a bit, well, it's the to and fro motion, the sliding carriage, but also the rise and fall where where the head goes up and down. But anything that's easy to remove, I'm just going to remove. I don't need to take pictures, it's pretty obvious where they go. I've had the machine long enough to know what's what with it. Well, it's a shame that the front handle's gone on there. Well, I could make one. Let's remove that. Could make a metal one. Sort of spin one up on the lathe even. So this piece here has a little grub screw inside to lock it onto the bar. And what's happened is it's been so stiff. What's happened is I broke the handle, which would be one of these wheels like that. It's literally like that. If I look at this one, I can see in the middle here it's got the same arrangement. And that's just for, it's just because it hasn't been looked after. Not that I didn't buy it new, so it wasn't. It was a lot of these things didn't work properly when I got it. I only had to use it for basically a straight mortise, 90-degree mortise. I had intentions of sorting it out, but then not long after, I then got that Domino Dowler machine, which is what I was using it for, was absolutely brilliant. In there, why isn't that going in? That's going in. That's not. No, it's not. Up there. Didn't want to lose the grub screw, so it's back into that hole. Right, so this motion here creates the tilt. Am I going to use that? Probably not, but it doesn't make any difference. I still want to sort it out. I can remove this handle while I'm at it so I don't damage that. And what might be a good idea? One or was it the other one? Where is it? Where's the grub screw? I don't know if there's a grub screw in that one actually, but that might actually go all the way through, which would be annoying. Well, to be fair, this hand as well also splits and it cracks. Right. So let's. What we're going to do is I'm going to remove this dovetail as well. Slide. Oh. So we pull the whole thing off. Have to stop on the end of that one, I think, with that. Oh god, it's such a state. It has to be done. I can't leave it. It's never going to be right, is it? It's always going to be crappy. Yeah, you can't have it like that. It's so fucking grimy. Years of abuse, I reckon. I'm assuming this washer arrangement here is the stop. I don't see anything else at the moment. Like I didn't see anything last time. That is the stop. So oh. Yep. So it might now slide off. I'll bring it this way. I might have to slide the whole thing off now. That needs to be removed. So there, there's a stop. God, that's hard. So if you ever work on a car and what have you, and something's gone, you know, the grease has gone all like solidified. Solidified? It's just got, yeah. It's no longer soft. It's like thick yuck. That's what's kind of happened here. Thick and horrible. So obviously we mix a sawdust now as well in it, which won't help. Right, move that over there. All these nuts, bolts, screws, and what have you, I'll clean them up into oil. Any components like that, we'll get you all cleaned up. Alright, so hopefully we can remove that. Slide that right off. Got it. That grease is just sticky. There. Yeah, it's just old and horrible. Yucky it is. Yeah, you never clean it off without the pressure washer will do it. Yeah. Alright, so far so good. Let's remove this, that needs clean and polished up. That's not right, is it? No, it's not. How's that going to come off? I imagine that's not very good, because I just bent the guide, the measurement. See if we can undo those screws. Yes, we can. Good. Everything's come undone really easily. That surprised me. Consider how rusty everything is. Probably all that old grease. It's kind of everywhere. So remove that on there. Put all in my little magnetic dish. Very handy things they are. Unless you knock them on the floor. Then they're not quite so handy. So, got two more Allen screws there, one there. I imagine what will happen is it'll slide through, and then I'll be able to release it. It'll slide through one way, they'll pull it out the other way, if it makes any sense. That's what I'm assuming. Because that definitely needs a good old clean up. That needs to be flattened because it's gone all a bit bent. That's the measurement. I don't think I've ever really used it, to be honest. I think it's one of them things they put on there for just gimmick. What's wrong with tape measure? Do I need to take this down anymore? I get it all. I think I can get it all. I have to remove that plate though. Another adjustment plate. And we'll put that over there. It needs to be pressure washed as well. Yeah. Well, soon this will. That's it. That's what I'm hoping. So that's the rod. You see, it's gone a bit rusty. That needs cleaning all up. Like I said, I can't chrome anything, so just send it off to be chrome, but it doesn't really work. Yeah, I want to pressure wash this. I need to take that top off. It's sacrificial, but I don't really. If I can get away with keeping it, I will. Two what weight screws. I bet they're going to be what's removed. They're PZ3s, look at that, and they are, yeah. Oh, no. Okay. That's come undone. Everything's come undone really easily. which is good. It's definitely lighter than it was. To remove that board then, you see, and decide whether or not I'm going to make it a new one. I don't see a lot of point. Go. It's just a bit of MDF, that's all it is. It's had a bit of water getting in the back of it, but it hasn't swollen up. If it hasn't swollen up, I'll keep it. If it's swollen at all, I'll get shot of it. You can see moisture's got trapped behind it, of course there's corrosion there. Also down that edge there, it's really corroded. So this should remove, I think it will remove, that's okay. This back fence I need clean, shiny. So that needs to be attacked with, yeah, it'll be polished up basically and waxed, just like a bench on a table saw. So we need to remove those nuts. That one, 17 of that. Tell you what, fitting that flipping chain winch up there was a good idea. What I'll probably do is just big something up there just so I can pull the chains up out of the way, so I don't have to keep taking the thing down. Gives you somewhere to keep it as well, doesn't it? You know. I've got two other chain winches. I think that was a 300 kilo. My other two are half. No, the other two are 1 ton each. Now I inherited them off my dad before he died, and after he died, sorry. And he had these two winches. And what he built this boat, a 30-foot boat, plywood, and it was all sheathed with like a West 6 epoxy system. And what he did is basically create this plywood hull and superstructure and sheathed it all in fiberglass. So it's flipping strong, really strong. But yeah, for its weight. Anyway, he'd create these two big gantries either side in wood, like big old, 4x2s or what come out, so big old gantries I've read. And what he did is, because he built the boat upside down, he had to flip the hull the right way out before he put the superstructure, build the superstructure on. So yeah, you build the hull upside down and then turn it right, turn it over. But it's 30 feet long, this boat was. And how do you do that? So he built this gantry over end. Remember, he's doing this in the suburbs of Norwich, a little place called Thorpe St Andrew. There we go. Now that can go over there to be cleaned up. And use the winch to winch the boat up on the ends and then spun it around. But when it goes, it just goes woof. And these two gantries, he videoed it when he's doing it on his phone. Did that. Rock backwards and forwards. It could end up next door neighbour's garden. Bennett. Didn't faze him, not at all. He's like 40, he knew what he was doing. Just to me, it just looked precarious and dangerous. But it is one, I've got the old plans of the boat actually, I've got them here. And hand sketched, because he designed it all himself. And it's all hand sketched. With all these little calculations all over the water line and displacement and all that sort of stuff. It's quite a fascinating thing to look at for the design of this boat. How it evolved in his mind. That was solid, it really was. Artistically, he had no real artistic talent in the sense of his ability to draw. Very good. But making things look nice, pretty, he weren't quite so good at. Although that boat was quite a nice little boat. He didn't get to finish it, unfortunately. I was going to bring the boat back here, but there've been so many complications getting it over here. Yeah. And the longer we left it, the nearer we're getting towards Brexit. So it never happened. We ended up giving it away to somebody because we couldn't sell it. Nobody wanted it. It's an unknown boat. You see, no one knew what it was. It was its own design. So okay, so now this part here now can be all degreased. So what I'll do is I'll whack a degreaser over outside. And just run the cold, pressure washer over it, which has got like a turbo gel, like a spinny turbo gel, and that'll clean that old grime off there. And I'll do it with all the components that I can. Obviously, I can't really do it with the motor because that'd be a bit stupid, wouldn't it? It's electric. Right. That's looking good. Now, let's see what you're saying. I've got really dirty hands now, haven't I? Yeah. My phone. Okay. Oh, I've got a chair. I've got a chair. I'm quite glad I'm doing this, because I think I'm going to make good use of that machine again. Doing all sorts of things for this channel. So what are you saying? Oh, come back. Come back, live chat. There we go. Quite a few hairless dog breeds. Gotta go, mental health team. I'll do any minute, okay? Alright, buddy, you take care. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by the community guidelines, apparently. Dirty deeds, hello, dirty deeds. What? No montage? Montage? No, not yet. Oh, I've done that. Let's look at that. Looked at that. That's good. There we go. Let's put that back over here. We don't get wrecked. Let's just bring this up. Okie dokie. So, where is my coffee gone? It's over there. So looking good. What I've got now is loads of bits of metal. And loads of nuts and bolts. And these plates. So these plates are the things that take up any slack in the mechanism. So they're like adjustable plates against what we call the dovetails. You know what a dovetail is? It's like you think of a dovetail joint. It's not that sort of shape. And the idea is in a slide. So if you look at the side of these, end on. If you look at the end of it, it's really heavy. There's these, we call it a dovetail shape there. And then the dovetail slides back and forwards on that. But then those plates come in the side here and they take up any slack. They're adjustable. So you can take up any slack. So yeah, definitely worth having. Because what happens is you have a machine, if it's just like machined perfectly at the beginning with no physical adjustment whatsoever, as you use the machine, it becomes slack and you'll have what might be like a 1,000th of a inch slack in, say, this mechanism here, but when it comes down to at the chisel, you know, the whole of the chisel, it could be like Chinese whispers, you know, accumulated. So it become quite apparent and very problematic. So what I'm hoping is by cleaning all this up, we can end up with a machine all greased up and ready to go, and all the components cleaned up and painted if need be. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to paint it unless it, you know, unless I think it needs it. If it's to protect it, basically. Otherwise, it's just, I'm not tool tart, you know. I like the tools and I like them to do a job. I want them to work. And that's what it's got to be about. You know, as soon as you get into this old trying to make your tools all pretty just for the sake of them being pretty, to me it just seems silly. Yeah, they're there to do a job. And if they're like this, they can't do their job properly. So that's the point there. Right, okay. So what now? Apart from taking the stuff outside one by one before it gets dark and cleaning it all up. So that's what I'm going to do in a moment. So I can't take you with me, so I'm going to call that it for today. But I'll probably carry on with this tomorrow. Yeah, maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday, isn't it? I have got to nip off and get dog meds. I've got to go to the vets to get some more medication for the dogs because they run out. Well, they're running out tomorrow. So I've got to do that. Might be tomorrow. We'll see. By that time it'll be clean, and then we can then decide on what we're going to paint up and put back together. Then we'll start greasing up and sliding back into place. I think it's probably going to take like three lives to get this sorted out, I think. And then we can start using it. Making some stuff with it. Some jointing, you know. Mortise and tenon joints. That's basically what it's used for. It's Yeah, it's good. Anyway, I'll call that it. Because I'm mumbling and rambling on again. I can't, like I say, I can't take you with me. No, I'm sorry. Not outside because my wires are only so long. And also my camera's in the way. Oh, there. So thanks a lot for joining us, and I might see you tomorrow. I might see you next day. So there you go. Probably be more interested in seeing it put back together. Wish we could see closer up. We can get closer up. I could have brought you closer. Oh, that's a good point actually. Well, I'll do that tomorrow. I'll bring it. I'll make sure the camera's a lot closer when I put something together. Yeah, that's a good idea. Anyway, thanks a lot. See you later.